بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله له الحمد الحسن وثناء جميل وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له يقول الحق وهو يهدي سبيل وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentions in authentic hadith, من ستر عورة أخيه المسلم ستر الله عورته يوم القيامة. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says, whoever conceals the awrah or the sins or the faults of a Muslim, their Muslim brother, their Muslim sister, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will cover and conceal their faults on the Day of Judgment. Once there was a man, a sheikh, who was living next to a couple. One day the sheikh, he went to sleep and he had a dream. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to him and he said, I want you to inform your neighbors, the man who's living next to you, that he is from the people of Jannah. So when the man woke up, he wondered, he questioned, why is that the case? So he went over to his neighbor and he questioned him. And he says, what is it? I had a dream that the Prophet ﷺ said, you are from the people of Jannah. What is it that you've done? And the man says, I cannot think of anything except that I will tell you something that I've never told anyone before. I've never told anyone before. When my wife and I got married, she was pregnant. And I didn't know about it. After a while, she had told me that this child is not your child, and that she had got pregnant before the marriage in zina. And then she told her husband, she said, if you wish to divorce me, you can divorce me. I totally understand. So the man, he thought very, very hard. You can imagine the pain that this may have caused him. So he said to his wife, he kept her inside the home. He says, don't leave the home. He kept her inside the home for the period of time until she gave the birth. So nobody, her neighbors even knew that she was pregnant. So when she gave birth, the husband, he took the baby and he went to the masjid. When the imam was leading the salah there, the husband, before the prayer, he put the child inside a small area that is secluded in the room. So the baby is crying and crying. And during the salah, the imam can hear, the musallin, they can hear the baby crying. So as the baby is crying, the imam, he finishes, he concludes the prayers, and everybody rushes to the area where they hear the noise of the baby crying. When they reach the area, they see a child crying, a newborn crying. So the man, he goes through the crowd, the same man who put the baby there, and then he said, give me the baby, I will take care of it. So before this man came, it was under the assumption that somebody just didn't want the baby, they dropped it off there. That same man who put the baby there, he went and then he took the baby and says, I will take care of it. So the community was happy, the imam was very happy with them, Jazakallah khair. This was something noble. He brought it back to his wife and he gave it to her. Now, if you examine this story very closely, you'll find that this man has concealed the sin and the faults of his wife. Although she had committed zina, he concealed her fault in a way where she will not be looked down upon. So the baby is understood now by the entire community that it's not his child. It's not even his wife's child. They're not thinking that it's even his wife's child. They're thinking he's doing this form of sadaqah. So not only did he conceal her fault, what did he do? Now he even raised her status. Because now people are thinking, what a great woman she is for taking in this child. What a great woman she is for taking in this child and taking care of this child that's not even hers. So imagine this here. For this reason, the Prophet ﷺ came to the Imam in his dream, and he informed him that this man is of the people of Jannah. So what more about us when we are concealing the faults of our brothers and sisters? Let's deduce from these stories lessons that we may apply in our lives, hoping that in concealing the faults of our brothers and sisters, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will conceal our faults on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.
إسلامي وإيماني أضاء الكون وزمن بإسلامي وإيماني أضاء الكون وزمن